And we are alive again. You know,
Kind of.
the Secret Podcast.
So
Oh, oops. Fuck, still striving. I'm a secret.
secret?
I am a secret. I'm a murderer, whatever you call it. And we're back. Another episode. Amin will be here whenever. But, another episode. We're here, Eli. And we're here at the game. Banjo,
Yeah.
the Jake,
Yeah.
and our boy Mar, if he is here to talk, or he's just chilling. Either way, he's dead. So,
Probably he's dead. Another person dead.
another one got gathered Dragon Balls for. So, yeah,
Nothing new.
yes, sir. So
Then no.
today, a few 2-3 weeks ago, a game came out that is the Smash Murder Gasp and multiverses. And if you've seen us during Knockout City when me and the boys play a game, we play it for a minute. So obviously,
We play
yeah,
it.
I think I got like 40 hours in the
I'ma
game.
play it.
Probably more. I probably got like more than 40 hours in the game. As
I got 49 hours on this game, pushing 50.
say like yeah,
I don't know
a
how
little
many.
bit.
I gotta check.
We dabble in the game a little bit. So yeah, how we feel about the game so far? I mean, obviously you got 2 weeks,
It's
so it's not
peak.
like
Fake.
so obviously it's not like
Peak game.
day one, going crazy, been out for 2 weeks or whatever. What you think about the game's pros and cons and hopes for what they do with the game. I'll start off first. I like it a lot. Can't lie. I was like before the game came out, I kind of forgot it existed. I was like, oh yeah, that Warner Brothers game, and I was like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
play it, see what
Yeah.
they can do, and
Actually,
yeah,
I had to remind them like every damn
yeah.
week.
He's like, yeah, bro, it's coming out in
literally.
like 3 days. I was like, oh, it is coming out in 3 days. But to be fair, that's like me, like damn near every game now. I'm like, oh yeah, it exists.
It's true.
So yeah, I was like, okay, I'll play it, and can't lie, I have a lot of fun on it. Obviously, when it comes to characters, the first one I picked up was Harley because I am a combo character. So I was like, pick up Harley, have a lot of fun, and I like it a lot. I like that they're fixing things that need to be addressed fairly, all right, fairly early. I'm not saying there's like a few 2 or 3 things that some people abuse in backpack that needs to be fixed. But
Yeah.
like, but like besides that, Taz, if you didn't know, was a menace on that game because all he did was just spin to win, and then they nerfed him to the ground that no one plays him no more.
Spin the win.
So I'm glad that they're like, okay, niggas know about the spin. I like that they're recessive about what the community hates and fix it up. And
Yeah, it seems like they're actually actively listening to feedback.
I mean, some
They
feedback was
absolutely had to get rid of him, bro.
yeah, he was a menace. Like he had a vortex move. He literally killed like 60. It was annoying. Fun
It
times.
was. It was. It was. It was.
Now
Oh.
you barely see one, and if you do, you just laugh at him because he's playing Taz. So
Yeah, he tries to relive his former glory.
he's like,
Doesn't work.
I
He
used to be
thinks
the
he's
best.
him.
I used to be the best.
He's not him.
He fell from grace, and stay keep him in the ground. So yeah, I like they're doing that, and can't wait for what characters they add. Obviously, there's too many things they can add. So
Too many. Way too many. They
Yeah.
can't fuck it up.
damn near everything. So I hope
You
it's
know how
not like
you know how in Smash it was like, oh, everyone is here. That's actually one of them.
yeah, like I
Yeah,
hope
for
I
real.
hope when it comes to characters, it's like a bi-weekly thing, or at least like I would say like yeah once a week or 2 characters every whatever. I don't know how they're gonna do it. Probably like a battle pass thing where like a certain amount of characters are in during the battle pass. I'd be okay with
Mhm.
like I don't know 4 or 5 during per battle pass would be cool. So like even though there's new characters, you can still fix up the old ones because some old ones do need fixing up on. And yeah, I'd be okay with that. And besides
I feel
that,
like what they might do as far as characters is like how they did with LeBron. Like one day they might drop someone, and just that they have done or something, and then like people who are really hype, they might like drop like at a later date.
yeah, that's what we're doing with Rick and Morty because LeBron was like, yeah, he's coming out like 3 days from now, and then Rick and Morty got to wait like a
Yeah,
whole damn 2 weeks for. I mean, I really could care less, but like I could see him doing that for the hype characters like Ben 10 or Johnny
Oh my
Bravo.
god, my guy.
Benton needs
Yeah, it's
need
probably
that.
like what like
Yeah.
niggas we don't care about, like some random show 32. Like okay, yeah, just drop him already. And then for like
It's a
the hype
Red
stuff,
Show 32.
the hype stuff, like even though I don't watch Game of Thrones, like Game of Thrones stuff, the Cartoon Network stuff, obviously, Teen Titans, you name it, like Batman Beyond would be insane. Well, yeah, stuff like that I'd be okay with. So yeah,
Yeah.
pass it to Jake for his opinions on the
Yo.
game.
So, like Eli was saying, game is peak. You know, I already like platform fighters, as we could tell with Smash, and call it. I was really hyped for the game to come out. You know, like I said,
Oh, the most
telling them,
hyped.
yeah, out of everyone in our group, I was definitely the most. And uh, as I said before, I was telling them all the time. And and I remember right before it was like what was it, Banjo? Like a week before it dropped, me and you like had a phone call about like who were gonna like main and shit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and so coincidentally, my boy Finn happens to
yeah.
be like the best character in the game, and I was already telling them I was gonna main him before we even knew if he was gonna be good or not.
This
So,
is facts. This is facts.
so I know a lot of people. Damn, I know a lot of people dislike Finn because of a certain meme that will not be named.
Yeah, the Door Explorer move.
But yeah, but I try not to use it as much. But I do see as a person who mains them, I do see what people are talking about, and I do think it should definitely get nerfed in like the aspect that it's like a vortex. But I feel like at least when I use it, I don't get that much. I don't get that much damn knockback with it. But I feel like everyone else kills like hella early. There's this thing we call a retry debuff, and
Oh,
what it is the character you're playing could be like the best in the game, and you could be fighting like another one of the same characters, right? But you're always gonna be at a disadvantage because you're a part of retry.
and
Let me explain.
that is a proven fact.
That is a proven fact. Let me explain. Me and Banjo one day playing some doubles, right? Ended up with the guys, and like I said, I play Finn, and there was another Finn that was getting played because he was a free character for the week. Bro was getting hella kills off of me at like early percentages. But the moment I doing like a one simple backpack, and he's like at like 100%, I still didn't kill. Banjo screamed at the top of his lungs. He's like, "I seen that shit."
Bro, no cap, bro. And I don't want to hear anybody talking about some skill issue, skill issue. It wasn't a skill issue, bro. It was literally 1-for-1 trade. He was doing ridiculous. It
wasn't
was just ridiculous.
wasn't a skill issue. I'm the best friend in the world. No one can ever dispute me. But yeah, game's fun. Very peak. Has a lot of potential to be considered like one of the best fighting games. In my opinion, it's already like very, very top tier. In
Apparently,
terms
one of
of,
the most played, if not the most played fighting game of all time already.
I think it's like the most amount of games sold in Steam. I think it's like at the top, like number one, because they actually did something smart and made it free to play.
Free to play, yeah. How about a free to play game where your game isn't ruined by microtransactions?
It costs us.
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. I imagine that game would have been free.
that game would have been free. I mean, shit, it still would have been bad.
The game was still
But
ass, but the game was the reason why nobody played it. Let's be honest. But at the same time, though,
yeah,
it definitely would have done a lot better.
yeah, 100%. They would have got a lot more money. Overall, like I said, game's peak. I really am interested in where the game's gonna be at, some point later on in the future. And hurry up and drop Ben 10.
Hurry up. Hurry it up.
All right, Banjo. I am tossing the mic to you.
Hey, Cut it. All right, no. Piggyback off that, I agree with everything they said in terms of like the updates, frequency. That's the biggest thing. Now, obviously, we know the season was delayed, but I'm sure there's legitimate reason as to why. Because these motherfuckers actually are responsive. They have their community director who's actually talking to people. There is clear communication between the community and the game developers. Now that could change any day now, but as of right now, they've kept clear communication that tell you who's getting buffed, who's getting nerfed. Obviously, they aren't just revealing character releases because that would be dumb as fuck. But the premise is they are actually giving feedback to the players in terms of balance issues, in terms of maps, in terms of hitbox issues, in terms of features that are going to be released in the future, et cetera, et cetera. It's also a humongous point to mention that it is also in beta. A good point because a lot of the issues that are currently, I'm not that nigga that be like, oh, it's beta, so don't say anything about the game. I actually 100% agree. If there's a problem with the beta, say it, because the point in beta is to find the issues and fix them.
Literally.
And they have been doing so. So I think they've done well on that level. Aside from the community, the balance issues, everything like that, the game is just fine. I've never seen a game this scale in a long, like since probably a fighting game that's rallied this many people was probably last time either Smash released or like Fighters whenever that dropped originally, like the beta and shit. It was like 3-4 years ago maybe. It's been a long time since we had a fighting game that brought people together. And as you already know from our last episode, we are not competitive game fans. We hate that shit. And especially me. But I do enjoy a good competitive game when I'm having fun. And when I'm having fun is when a game is just fun. It has nothing to do with balance. I mean, sometimes it could. Balance could ruin the game. But this game is easily one of the most unbalanced games or imbalanced games I've ever played in my life. It's extremely imbalanced. The hitboxes don't make sense. The hurt boxes make zero sense. Like there's a lot to work out. And when I mean a lot, don't let that fall on deaf ears. I do mean a lot to work out. But I have faith that they will fix it. And further than just having faith, I enjoy what I'm playing, and that's what's important. Because while the game could be a lot better balance wise, it is currently still the most fun fighting game, platform fighting game I've ever fucking played. And I'm a Brawlhalla enjoyer. And I still think I've had more fun in Multiverses in this past weekend than I had on Brawlhalla in my entire career. So 100% great fucking game right now. Hopefully they keep on doing this. And again, last weekend stated, bro, give us our fucking Ben 10.
Yes, sir. And me this
No
year.
cap.
Me this year.
Give me that shit.
All right, now me.
Give me that shit. Take that
we can say hot take that Amin does not have as much time as us playing the game. But yeah, from the time you played, what do you think?
Every opinion is valid.
Yeah, by your time playing the game, what's your opinion on
Worst
Multiverse?
game I ever touched. I don't know why people would never play. No, honestly, but
I second that.
no. So honestly, it's not a bad game. It was pretty fun. I like it. I guess you could say I like its fighting mechanics more than Smash, but weird, right? But the game is still
I don't think
awesome.
that's weird.
I don't know, but you know me, I'm not like a big gamer, just in general, or fighting game. But it's a great game. But as Banjo said, it is pretty unbalanced. Unbalanced. I've peeped that. Like,
Oh my god,
yeah,
yes.
I see how OP Jake is. Like, you were trying to swing at him and nothing
Oh
hit him.
my god.
Nothing
Yeah.
hit him. His
Nothing,
hitbox is
bro.
horrendous. Like, it definitely has like it needs its improvements, but it's going in the right direction for sure.
All right.
Yeah, that's all you can
Is he
ask for a
lagging?
game.
Not for me.
I mean, I've only played it like 2-3 times.
Yeah. All right. For everybody, what would you say is the best part for you and the worst part?
The worst part
The
is
best.
Jake's hitbox.
Oh, no, wait.
Worst part.
The worst part is easily the balance. I feel like, I mean, and hear me out. It's not detrimental to the game. Like, I'm still having a lot of fun, but I know for a fact if they balance the game just a little bit better, fix a lot of the hitbox issues and everything like that, the game would be even more fun because it would feel a lot less cheap. I feel like sometimes I just die to cheap shit and that shit pisses me off. Especially when you're talking to a nigga that acts like he's fucking good or playing with somebody that acts like they're good and they're not. They're using cheap ass shit to win. It's annoying. And that's in every fighting game, but it is so bad in this game right now. But when you're just casually playing, like running casuals or playing with friends that don't really care, or you guys are just having fun, bro. That game, when you're dicking around, that game is amazing. So my best part would clearly be the character pool. Come on now, Bugs Bunny fighting my nigga Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
Come on, bro.
Tom and Jerry has to be the dopest
Tom
character.
and Jerry,
I
bro.
love
My
the
yeah.
elimination zone.
Bro, there are so many good things about the game. The character roster, the fucking map selection. The maps are good as fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
except
what the
Scooby-Doo
fuck, bro? Oh no, that one's ass. But besides that one, literally, and maybe the Batcave at some certain times, but even that's okay too. I fuck with the maps, bro. Like they just look cool. They're vibrant as hell. Like there's always really cool interactions with the map. Like they thought of some nice shit with that game. I fucked with those maps, and they're all simple. They're not some fucking bullshit in a game I won't name. But
That's what
it
you
is
think
not
about.
some fucking bullshit. I like it a lot. I love the maps. So I truthfully think my favorite part is still the character roster. Though that shit is incredible.
Yes, sir.
And to add to that, I'm gonna give a hot take that character. It's not even gonna be a hot take. That character roster is gonna wipe out Smash's character roster. I don't care. I mean,
If
bro,
they do it
I
right,
don't know.
they
Maybe it's
do.
because we played with those characters for so long.
Yeah.
But bro, like, I'm excited to play. Yo, when they gonna add the Powerpuff Girls? That's what I'm excited
Bro, I
for.
heard about that shit, bro, and I need it.
Literally, like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, who would you rather play with, Powerpuff Girls or anybody from Smash?
Powerpuff
See?
Girls.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I could.
When
see
they
it.
gonna add like,
Like
but like I
Ben
guess
10
because
or like Samurai Jack.
Cartoon Network just holds more value in the child's heart.
Yeah.
Another thing I like about the game that I think is gonna be humongous is understanding mod support. Mod support in these, I mean, a lot of fighting games as of recently have been doing it. Like I know Guilty Gear does, I know DNF Duel does. I mean, it doesn't really affect things, but what I mean is, I wish more games, like every game, really should have some form of mod support, or even if it's just like UI changes and shit. But a lot of games be pussy, so it is
Back
what
and
it is,
forth.
I guess. Literally, bro, pussy ass game.
Yeah. For me, when it goes to highs and lows, I would say the highs are character interactions. It's just like a thing that's really small, but when you like notice a thing, like a hint of nostalgia or anything like that, it just really goes a long way because strongest thing about fucking Nick, like nigga, they only say words. It took them like 5 months for them to say words, and it's just quotes from the show.
That's crazy.
They really don't say anything to each other. Like when you finding like if you're finding like I don't know like Shaggy and Batman is like, oh, should we really be in the Batcave? And you choose the map, anything like that, and people comment on the things they be on. It's like, you really want me to fight this thing? It's just like it's just like cool little things like that they add on. That just feels like, yeah, there really is a collaboration on these things, not just like, hey, it's me, Rick and Morty from Rick and Morty. Like I appreciate stuff like that. And Lowe's would definitely be balanced in a different way. The way I'm talking about is some characters are literally just 2v2 characters, and you try to throw them out in 1v1s. Good luck. Good luck, buddy.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, if you try to like make Wonder Woman, Combo Food, and Steve Universe in a 1v1 environment,
Combo Food.
You literally can't. Like, you're just throwing at
Yeah.
that point. And vice versa. There is some, characters we have to set up certain stuff. But yeah, good luck trying to set up stuff when fucking Bugs Bunny come out of nowhere with a rocket. Like, have fun. It's just like,
I don't feel like the balance of 2v2, 1v1 is too much of an issue, because I feel like it's kind of like in MOBA, there are certain characters that are really good in like the main MOBA mode, and other characters are just not.
yeah.
But I definitely understand what you mean,
Yeah.
though, because as a Wonder Woman main, that shit's annoying as fuck, because I
Like-
love Wonder Woman, but I like 1v1s a lot more than I like 2v2s, but I love playing Wonder Woman, and that's just, she's really good, but she's not like, there are some supreme issues.
Yeah, like if your class is a class that's like more of a 2v2 class, and that's like, I don't know, your favorite character. Like, it's some dumbass reason they make Ben 10 a support, which I will kill someone if you
Bro, I would fucking rage.
If they make Ben 10 support, he's a 2v2 character, then niggas would be pissed, Like,
You better be a fucking mage or assassin.
I can see him.
No, I
can
think
see
he's a
him
bruiser.
I can see him being bruiser.
Yeah, depending on what transformations they bring.
I feel like he's just doing all different attacks with his aliens. That'd be cool.
I can see it being one assassin more than a bruiser, to be honest with you.
I mean, I feel like assassins are more like fast niggas type beat. And I
You
don't
think Benton isn't fast?
I mean, he
Accelerate?
Has accelerate. Yeah, he has accelerate, but like, I ain't forearm.
I mean, just in general, he's fast anyways.
Like I said, that's why
Yeah,
I think it's
is
yeah.
is in the air. So is whatever.
I can see it being bruiser too, though. But
Yeah, it's in the air.
I would hope he'd be an assassin because I like faster characters
Yeah, I do.
when I want to beat niggas' ass.
So it's more like some of the classes. If you're in 1v1 nigga and your favorite character is in a different class and like yeah, have fun. So you might as well like 2v2s then, bitch. Like But besides that, also hitboxes. Some of the hitboxes are abysmal. Two, besides
Downright
Dragon,
awful.
Explorer, is Arya's and Superman's. You can try to hit Superman when he's doing his grab, just to move out the way. Don't even try to punish it, because he'll just punish you instead. Like I can't tell you how many times I try to hit this nigga across the map, try to punish him, and he grabs me instead. I'm like, nigga, I was this far away from you. I try to spike Arya because he's doing that little spin move. It hits me. It's
Can't do it.
You literally can't. It's like, yeah, just wait for like 10 seconds. And Fizz is just inconsistent with the backpack. Sometimes I can punish him off of it. Sometimes I get vortex into oblivion, and I die. There's a day where I was streaming to Banjo because we were 1v1ing, and then I literally waited out the nigga's backpack. He hit me once and I died.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
I was like, you can't make this up. So yeah, it'd be hitboxes for me. Hitboxes and just how some characters you literally can't play in environments.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What about you, Jake? What's your highs and lows?
Pretty much the same thing Banjo said. I think the lows are definitely the fucking character imbalance. Shit is nasty, and especially since some characters have more shit that are broken than others. I personally, my biggest fucking thing that I hate fighting is super armor, and some people just have super armor on like everything, or like startup moves. Like Superman are going to have like the most super armor in that fucking game, bro. And it's very difficult to get around if you don't know what's coming. And most times, like you should know what's coming, but like I don't know. I feel like because that game is very fast paced. So like, if the guy's just there chilling, winding up his super armor move, and you're like, I want to get this game over with, you're most likely gonna get hit by that shit. Also hate fighting Jakes. Fuck you, Eli.
Oh my god, Jake.
Bro,
Jake.
like they're zoners, they're fucking bruisers, they're fucking small hitboxes. It's like
That's like the
Jake's-
smallest hitbox.
Jake's actually like go under niggas' radars when it comes to character imbalances. And it's like, oh no, bro, Jake's the GOAT. And I'm
I
like,
know,
bro,
Because they're saying he's S tier. Some people,
He's a father.
at the very least, A. I mean, I don't know about S tier, but he's really fucking crazy.
I don't know,
He had like, really cheap, disorienting attacks.
I would put him at S tier, but that's just because I hate fighting him.
That's fair.
Personally, I think he's
I
the best
mean,
character.
he can be up there.
But yeah, I don't know. I think overall, like as far as the highs, again, I agree with Banjo. It's just the character roster can just be like infinite, bro. Like they could dead ass take from anything, bro. And they said it's not just gonna be Warner Brothers characters. They'll also add other characters. They obviously have to get the rights and shit.
We're gonna Dead by Daylight character.
Yeah, Goku for Smash. No, yeah, so I'm also glad that they're taken from other shit, and it's not just. I mean, even if it was just Warner Brothers, I mean, that I'd be satisfied enough because they have like a lot of characters to go off of. But it's hope for like other people's characters to get brought in, and like, oh yeah, that's so cool that fucking like I don't know, Michael Myers is in the game.
Shaggy to death.
Yeah. So I think the character roster is definitely like the highlight of the game because it's like I said, so it's like an infinite possibility from what they could grab from.
Yeah, I just hope they don't release the characters too slow because there's so much stuff.
Yeah.
I hope they don't.
Like, imagine 2 years later, like, finally Ben 10.
They've been
Yeah.
filing the game.
Oh my god, they added him. 5 years later, oh my god, they added Courage. Only took him 5 years.
I mean, you could also blame a lot of the leakers because they leak everything, bro.
Foster's Home for
Niggas know the
Imaginary
whole
Friends.
fucking character roster damn near.
But yo, when is Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends dropping then?
Yeah, Blue Man.
For real, I need that shit, bro.
And I need
Like-
Coco as the main.
Character roster is definitely.
I need Frankie's fine ass.
Eduardo. AKA Combo Food Part 2.
Yeah, right.
I need cheese in there. Chocolate milk.
Chocolate.
Chocolate milk.
But we're getting the SpongeBob character.
Yo, SpongeBob gonna be in that, John?
Yo,
He could be, but I doubt it.
I doubt.
Bro, that's the only thing.
Yeah,
Nickelodeon
no.
He's already
does.
in a game, isn't he?
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Is he in
Nickelodeon
the
does.
Yeah. Yeah, Nickelodeon. Yeah, he's
Yo,
a
I
star.
need Beast Boy in that, John, though. For real.
I'm
I'm gonna be upset if they don't have
Has
Beast.
anyone played that Nickelodeon game since it dropped?
Hell no.
I never even touched it.
checked
I know
Garfield-
Showmay
used-
checked
I know
Garfield's
Showmay
in
played
there,
that a
I was
lot.
Like, that's cute. And I was like, they're adding DLC. That's insane.
That game fucking sucks.
It's like
You
a
know, I know
5
Showmay
months
was playing it
versus-
for a minute.
But you know what though? You know what? I think the game, the servers were so fucking bad.
Yeah. It was a sacrifice for other companies to start doing it. Like, imagine we get a Disney fighting game.
That would be
Yeah.
hard, yo.
Yeah.
Tell me you wouldn't have fun being the lad and beating up the beast.
Yeah, but
bro.
not if it's like that game.
If
Sure.
it's like,
I mean, I never played it, actually, so I wouldn't know.
If it's like the Warner Brothers one, and Disney's like, "Oh, we got money too, bro. We own everything. Like, we're gonna stop Disney to make one.
Yeah, everyone's
Bro,
making a
imagine-
fucking platform fighter now.
Yo, like, imagine, like, I don't know, like Aladdin fighting Spider-Man. Oh wait, they own Aladdin fighting Iron Man. Yeah, that'd be insane. Fucking Darth Vader,
Wait,
Iron
really?
Man, and the Beast all in one fight. It'd be kind of.
I mean, I guess.
I mean, Disney does own everything else too. If Warner Brothers don't own it, Disney owns it, or Amazon.
That's facts.
One of those three.
That's why when Nickelodeon tried their game, I'm like,
Nigga,
nigga,
bro,
who's
nigga-
playing this?
Yeah, I'm like, bro. One, SpongeBob carrying you. Two, you don't even have Timmy Turner or Jimmy in the game, and you're still not in. And three,
And I can't believe why they. I don't know why they would release that game without them too,
yeah, like,
or at least announce them.
and it's still not in. I was like, yo, have you ever seen the
They're
covers
never
of your
gonna be
old
in.
games and who was in front of it? Yeah, take a note. Like, and it took him 5 months.
You could
to
even put
activate.
Danny Phantom in there, but then forgot about them two niggas. How?
Yeah, he was like, yeah, SpongeBob and Danny Phantom. We're good.
And then didn't even put voices in it. You know what?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it took him 5 months to add voices, and it's just voices from the show. Like, it's not even anything special. It's like, going Ghost. Like, it took you that long to say that? Like,
That game is just a piece of
Fanboy
shit.
and Chum Chum ain't in it, right?
hell no.
No.
Nobody would think is in it will be there, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm
Like,
glad Cartoon Network took Adventure Time. That's all.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Nick was supposed to have that, right?
Yeah.
yeah, they
said
sure would have been
Fanboy and
shit if
Chum
they
Chum.
did.
No, they said, no, this sucks. Give me Fanboy and Chum Chum.
No, yeah, they would have ruined that shit like they ruined fucking
That's
SpongeBob.
all you need to know about fucking Nickelodeon and their decisions.
Yeah, bro.
It was
We
literally.
got-
Oh yeah, it was between Fanboy and Chum Chum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I
bro,
remember
we
that.
would've been on season
Yeah.
22 of Adventure Time by now.
Literally.
It's like, oh, Glob ate my arm, Jake. He's like, bro, just grow it back. I don't even. Thank God.
Fanboy and Chum Chum was hard.
Yes, sir. So yeah, that's our thoughts on Mr. Multiverses, and maybe 6 months from now, talk about it again when hopefully the game lives or it dies in the fire. Either or. Who knows? But
We're here for it either way.
yeah, we just
You'll
wait
get
it out.
our review.
Yeah, I mean, so we're still playing Naka City a year later, so we're here for it.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
They do that, not me.
Now,
Yeah, they do
stop.
that. I've never
Stop.
touched that
We
game.
stopped.
Yeah,
We stopped.
I never once touched that game, bro. What are you talking
That's
about?
that's they them,
Go.
not me.
Go.
They don't want to admit to their past mistakes.
Yo, we were
played
going to
it when- I played
Lollapalooza,
it.
bro.
Yeah, I played it when it dropped.
No, you didn't.
Playing Saturday jobs.
To be honest, you ain't even played it long enough to say that you played
No,
it.
literally,
Yeah,
bro.
literally. I played it for like a. I literally played it for like a day.
You're the only two people gatekeeping Knockout City. There's no one else.
Game was free and nobody hopped on with us. I don't
Bro,
care.
Bro, it's free now, and it's like, ooh. You're like, guys, it's
The
fine.
niggas are still not playing.
I would just play dodgeball in real life, to be honest.
Dodgeball's fire. Dodgeball is fire. All right.
Horrible argument.
Horrible argument doesn't match up in court.
Horrible argument. Don't care. Plus you're
What's your racist?
Yeah,
Exposed. Or anyways, second one.
I'm not a racist.
So there's always an infamous talk about the two poster boys of Marvel and DC, Spider-Man and Batman. Now, I'm both a Spider-Man head and a Batman head. I actually started watching the animated series.
You said the poster boys. You said the Beyonder and the Serpent.
Yeah.
I hate you.
So yeah, I actually started watching the animated series again. Nice. So usually when you talk about, Batman or Spider-Man, you're talking about how Spider-Man carries Marvel until the MCU existed, how Batman's still carrying DC, et cetera, et cetera. Hashtag tired of Joker or whatever.
The MCU sucks, and Phase 4 was the worst thing they've ever done.
Yeah, and it's done. I gave him a chance. I was like, surely something will come back, and it's done. I was like, oh.
Oh yeah, I remember. people were talking about it. Like, okay, they gotta at least release one more thing that really get me hyped up. I'm like, no, guys, like they literally just said it. They're done. They're like, what?
Yeah,
That was it.
I looked. I was like, what? That was it. Man, Spider-Man really
The shortest phase
Spider-Man
ever,
carried-
bro.
Spider-Man
One of your
carried
favorite.
Phase
That's like
4.
one of your favorite. But that's like one of your favorite artists dropping an album, and then you get halfway through, and you're like, damn, bro. I mean, this album is okay, but I wish give us something more. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh, that's another track
Like-
actually.
Wait, that's the
That's
last.
it?
Basically, how I felt about Donda the first night that he did the listening party.
Yeah, he's like that was it. And unfortunately
was so pissed.
for Phase 4, that was it. There was no second listening party where everything sounded better. That was it.
That's it, folks.
They said go home. We dropped mid. He's like, y'all love Doctor
We
Strange
dro-
and Thor and Black Widow and all this. Yeah, you don't know anymore. But where are you talking about?
Mid.
It's done. We'll be back for Phase 5 and hopefully that don't suck. Because if Phase 5 sucks, that includes Guardians of the Galaxy, niggas are gonna have a breakdown.
I have no faith in Phase 5.
That'll be another topic for another day. But yeah, usually you talk about how these two heroes carry their franchises. Spider-Man literally saved Marvel like a good 2-3 times, and Batman's Batman. Like, I remember when Superman used to be the poster boy, they said, "Fuck that nigga, Batman now." I was like, "Damn, all right, cool." So, either is that them fighting each other, where some people think Batman's winning against Spider-Man, with Spider-Man beats like niggas with like real life powers, not no prep time. He's smarter than Batman, but that's a whole different conversation. But
Well, now you agree.
I said, okay. I was saying it's not that far fetched, but
It
Okay,
is
wait,
very
anyways,
far-fetched. But that's another day.
anyways.
That's for another day.
hey, what are you doing against Batman Beyond? Anyways,
This motherfucker.
but one aspect people barely talk about, which I feel like should be the thing people should talk about, is the villains. Because in my opinion, Spider-Man and Batman has the best rogue gallery when it comes to villains.
100%.
Yeah. So
You agreed, yeah.
Yes. So yeah, we're gonna see.
Can I go first?
We're gonna talk about who in our opinion has the better villains based off impact, things they did, just philosophies, the whole nine. So Mr. Me want to go first. So which villains? you
Yeah,
like more?
since I'm like the most knowledgeable in this, and
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
informed.
He read every
course.
comic in existence.
Yeah, even the one from like 1948.
He bought the first.
But like,
You
Yeah.
are the first comic.
He
yep,
said, "Yo,
literally.
this Batman guy's gonna
So-
go far."
Mhm. So yeah, like I think Batman has some tough villains, but I also think Spider-Man has some tough ones too.
Oh my god. That's all we needed to hear.
Let me not be a dickhead. So like, for example, can I count from the Spider-Verse, John? The
Count for all of them, like
what is
every
it?
villain.
Oh, oh yeah. Honestly, it's just any time Spider-Man's uncle, isn't his uncle do Green Goblin most of the time in
What?
any movie?
What
What?
are you
I
talking
mean, what
about?
are you? I mean, his
Spider-Man.
uncle's dead.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
doesn't
whole
one of his
thing.
No.
yeah, but then who's the nah,
You
It's
mean
bro.
his
the
best
Green?
Spider.
friend's
That's his
dad.
best friend's dad. Green Goblin is his best
Sometimes.
friend's dad.
Sometimes.
Yeah, but then in Spider Verse, isn't it his uncle?
What? That's Miles.
No.
Okay. In Spider Verse, Miles' uncle is the Prowler, not Green Goblin. Green Goblin was in the movie.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, I
Yeah,
would.
and he has that song that sounds like butt
Right?
sex.
Uh,
Uh,
yes, but
I
so yeah, I
feel like
mean,
I-
Miles' uncle is the evil one, not
okay,
Peter's.
okay. But honestly, I probably gotta go with the Green Goblin just being Spider-Man's like toughest villain. Just because Bull is just, I don't know, like it just, he always just causes mass destruction anywhere he goes. And you know that's gotta stress Spider-Man out.
Yeah, so you
Yeah,
rock with the Green
honestly,
Goblin,
yeah,
the Goblin.
honestly. And for probably for Batman, his toughest villain is probably like the Penguin or some shit.
The, is it because he's a
of course you
mobster?
like the
Is it
penguin.
because he's a
Yeah, of
Yeah,
mobster?
course you like
yeah,
the
it's
penguin.
literally because he's a mobster.
Of course you like the penguin.
That's the only villain I know. Oh wait, I do know Bane.
And the Joker. You know, that's one of them.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Joker. Oh yeah, I mean, but the
I just
Joker's
forget
the
about
basic. The Joker's the basic
He's
answer
the.
though. Like
I
you know
mean,
what I
he's the
mean? Like
best one, but like he.
he's the best villain.
yeah, he's the 100% probably like in all of yeah, probably just the greatest villain ever. But like that's too basic, you know?
Oh, it's not. It's just right.
How is it? How is it? Yeah, that's why it's
It,
basic. I'm different. I'm different. I'm an
Okay,
attention
bro.
he's
seeker.
quirky.
I'm an
Quirky.
attention. I'm an attention seeker.
He's so quirky.
Okay, I'll go to
But
you,
yeah,
Mister.
in conclusion,
So you rock with the Spider-Man villains more,
I guess.
and me and here verified Spider-Man villains more. Banjo, go to you. And out of the Rogue Gallery, Spider-Man and Batman, which one do you prefer?
So I was going to ask about this conversation. So this conversation is about which one of the villains we prefer, like
Yeah,
just
like
in general, or are we just talking about both of them? Like,
I mean, you can talk about why you like whatever side more. I mean, it's kind of like
okay,
I like this
so-
side a lot because this and this, but I like more because of
yeah, I got you. You know what? I feel like Batman villains have such a way of like gripping in a certain atmosphere. Like when you step in, like when you're playing, what is it, Arkham City, and you step into Mister Freeze's arena. Holy shit, is that shit scary as fuck? Like even in the older Batman games, anytime you would fight that nigga, I remember there was this one on PS2. I forget the name of that game, but holy shit, was Mister Freeze scary as fuck in that game? Like the atmosphere that the Batman villains provide is incredible. Like the absolute horror that you experience, especially as a child, going into one of their arenas is insane. And I fucking love that shit. I think the entire Gotham aesthetic is so well done a lot of the times, not all the time, but a lot of the times through and it's like completely held up through the main villain. And obviously Joker is the best written villain probably ever. Like I don't think there's a villain better written than Joker. All things considered, not every storyline, et cetera, but all things considered, base OG Joker storyline is probably one of the best, if not the best, storyline for any villain. With that being said, you already know I'm a Spider-Man enjoyer, and a lot of why I enjoy Spider-Man as a character has to do with his villains. The Sinister Six are an amazing group. The storyline of the Amazing Spider-Man and how they were utilized is incredible. Green Goblin, obviously, you already know, bro. A very sinister nigga. He's incredible how he does things. But Sandman is like a really heartwarming character a lot of the time. I really like Sandman and his path of redemption and his path. Like Sandman's a really good character for that. And then obviously he has the storylines where he's just a fucking evil nigga for no fucking reason, basically. But I fucks with that a lot. Of course, the Venom crew, Carnage and all of them, they are the most vicious beasts to ever roam. And the symbiote suit is fucking godly. Like the way Spider-Man villains interact with him, whether it be his life choice, I mean his life style, or whether it just be like how his suit interacts with why he's fighting, because it's kind of almost like Iron Man, where Iron Man reacts to his villains and with new suits, etc. Spider-Man does that shit too in a way, but it's like really like unique how he does it. Spider-Man doesn't really ever stray away from his fighting style too much for villains. Obviously, with Batman, he's a human. He has to figure out weaknesses and everything. So it's kind of interesting to see how he ends up coming up with a way to beat them. And not that Spider-Man doesn't do that, but at the end of the day, a lot of Spider-Man ends up just relying on his pure willpower to get through a lot of shit. And that is fucking amazing. And a lot of his villains test that willpower constantly through, I don't know, blowing up shit around where he lives, putting all his friends in danger, basically making his social life impossible to live, et cetera, et cetera. Spider-Man is really dope at dealing with that shit though, and his villains make that shit impossible sometimes. And then sometimes, even like with Doc Ock, man, his goals a lot of the time you almost want to root for it just to see where the shit goes. And then Spider-Man is like, well, bitch, this is a horrible fucking idea. Let's end this shit. And it's just cool. And Spider-Man interacts with the Marvel universe really well. Like he just fits like a glove a lot of the time. Unlike a lot of characters, Doctor Strange, where they shoehorn that shit and it's annoying. Spider-Man villains just work really well with that shit, and so does the character. So it just feels really well done. Not to say that Batman villains are any significantly worse. We're talking about like two of the best sets of villains ever. And like Solomon Grundy, while he is kind of DC as in general villain, he interacts with Batman the most. Everybody knows him from interacting with Batman. I mean, some people say Superman, but stop the cap. Superman squashes that nigga. There's a lot of shit like that just deals with it. And I feel like with Batman villains, they usually get the it's a mental battle more so than what Spider-Man is usually known for. But I kind of disagree. I feel like Spider-Man, like I was saying earlier, has to go through shit with just pure willpower, because while he does come up with a lot of new interesting ways to kill people, or not kill, but stop people, he doesn't necessarily always have that opportunity. Like Batman has to have the opportunity because he doesn't really have as many, superpowers, or literally any superpowers. So there's that. But with Spider-Man is kind of just like I said, fucking willpower at that point. And he's he's relying on nothing but himself a lot of the times. And the way his villains, like I said, try and use that against him is pretty interesting. Carnage, by the way, probably one of the coolest design villains ever. And I'm missing not on a lot. Like Mysterio, I could talk about him for an hour, and I could talk about a lot of his villains for an hour, but I won't do that. I just like his villain set more because of how they interact with the character. Mainly because they put him in really odd places that he doesn't have an option for other than willpower, and his loneliness is completely shown through that, and it dampens his life. The Batman's life is dampened a lot because of mainly Bruce Wayne shit, but his life is dampened. Spider-Man's life is dampened a lot by the fact that these villains are fucking relentless to his social life for some weird ass reason. But it's done really well. Also, the interaction between him and Green Goblin never fails to amaze you all the time, especially in No Way Home. Even which is crazy, by the way, because a lot of the times when you see, I think Green Goblin's probably consistently the most consistent villain on screen when it comes to Spider-Man villains for sure, and even Batman villains, because obviously Joker, Heath Ledger Joker is amazing, but Jokers over the years have been dog shit. Like you either get Heath Ledger or you get dog shit. There's never an in between. Literally, Jared Leto boring ass, but Green Goblin consistently on the big screen, 100%, 100% giving it to him. And William Dafoe he damn near made the character different. He damn near changed the very outlook on that character. So you have that working for Spider-Man villains more so than you have like Heath Ledger. It's just like that's that one-off situation, unfortunately, for Joker.
I mean, some of the comics more make it like Heath Ledger later on.
Well, yeah, no, I mean like, but on big screen, no. When you're talking about just the movie scenes, like, who the fuck cares about Jared Leto's Joker at all, bro?
Bro, he's so cool.
And to be fair, I don't care about the Joker movie either, like that. Which, all right, I'm not gonna really hate. I'm not gonna use that against
Or
it because
against
let's
that,
be
yeah.
honest, it's not really Joker.
It's not really
That
Joker.
well, that's why it's not Joker, bro. I don't care what
It's
they
not
say.
a
They
Joker
can put that
movie.
name on there all they want to. That ain't Joker. But yeah. So that all in all, bro, Spider Man is just my favorite hero, anyways. And a lot of why I like him is because his villains interact with him in such a cool ass way, like how the Lizard is. I'm not like I said, I'm not about to go into literally every single villain, but he just has a way of dealing with those villains that are far more interesting. And then when you start to get into like the Amazing storyline and how Miles deals with his villain set, it's just really cool. The character is done really well on that. Batman villains are scary as hell though, 100%. Batman villains will have you fucking spooked. Bane is ridiculous, ridiculously scary, and Mister Freeze as well. And Joker is probably the most terrifying nigga ever written. That's crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna give it to my boy Spider-Man villains because I fucks with them a lot, and Venom and Carnage are some of the coolest characters ever designed.
Yes, sir. Now, piggybacking off of that, now I love Batman villains. Batman and Joy here. Now we're going off like one singular villain, then it'd be just the Joker free. I feel like he's the best written, best like yin and yang to the Batman. That's literally like his whole mo, and it's played off amazingly, perfectly, I might say. Like just the interactions, the thing he's done, the things he would go to just to get in his head, which works 9 times out of 10, and the way they reflect off each other is amazing. But Spider-Man villains, man, they're they're one of the strongest reasons why I always enjoy whatever Spider-Man's doing because they have such an impact on how he fights, how his life is made, how he thinks of things. If he even wanted to be Spider-Man anymore, because of these demons, all right, they might not be as scary as Arkham villains because like let's be honest, if if like one of them come near you, you just accept your death. Like if Scarecrow starts smoking a city, you're like, well, I'm dead. Like you just kind of accept your fate if you're in Arkham. But like Spider-Man villains, the whole scary thing is for the most part they have two different dynamics: Spider-Man and Batman. Batman has to concoct different ways to fight the people he's going against so he can save the city. But Spider-Man on the opposite end has to hold back like all of his villains except like I don't know maybe like one or two. He has to hold back and hope that he doesn't murder these niggas. Two, make sure that his family and all this stuff is safe because he's fighting people that have so much more resources against him while he's like either some high schooler or some broke college kid. And he's trying to do all that on his own. And once again, we talk about Green Goblin. He's goaded. Whether it be him usually using the Green Goblin shit as a way of power or him using it as a way of him just, is a curse, whatever. It goes off base. It goes amazing in both ways of how Spider-Man is because, Spider-Man sees his new power as being Spider-Man as a curse because his life is fucked up. And you have Green Goblin over here praying, literally messing up the whole Spider-Man thing just so he can get an end of like what Spider-Man has, and basically fucking up his whole life just to get where Spider-Man's at, which is the opposite of what Spider-Man does. He want to get rid of them shit multiple times. Literally, if he could think of a cure, look at it for a little bit, throw away his suit, you name it. He just want to go back to regular life. And he got this rich nigga over here, like nigga, I want to be Spider-Man, but turns to like some dumb Green Goblin boy that literally almost murders or murders his son, or wants to work with Spider-Man because he can't get his powers. Want to basically use this strength that Spider-Man has to basically rule New York, whatever. And with all Spider-Man villains, I like it because there's a sense of like you kind of feel bad for the situation. Like the Lizard, he literally was just trying to heal people, himself included, and that turned out to make him a giant fucking lizard. That in his high school year, Spider-Man was like, "Yo, dog, chill. You used to be the greatest man and try to do this, and that, and the other, and now you just turn into this thing, this mindless beast." He always try to give his villains a second chance because, for the most part, he's pretty close to some of his villains. Green Goblin is literally his best friend's dad. Doc Ock is a person he literally looked up to, and main reason why he did science stuff. The Lizard, he literally was his high school teacher, et cetera, et cetera. And then he feels like it's his fault in some way that they turn out to be this way. And even though he can easily beat him and take him to jail or this, that, and the other, he'd rather take the harder path because his whole mo is just give him a second chance. Batman really hot take. He don't give his characters a second chance for a good reason. I don't see him. I don't see him really reaching out to Joker like you're still good after he just blew up like an orphanage. No, I don't see that happening. Like you're still good, Joker.
Oh no.
He there's only like certain ones like Two-Face he gives a second chance because he was close to, but Spider-Man, his whole thing is like how the power of whatever tragedy happened to him is basically the same as them, and he could have been the same path if it wasn't for Uncle Ben, which is what niggas need to realize when they're watching the dumbass Tom Holland movies. Like, damn. It's not what he says, it's how he sees how he could have turned out. But
Exactly. I hate that shit, bro.
yeah. And that's like literally all his villains. And even ones where they don't really even have powers, they just really fuck him up mentally or physically or fuck with his family, like Kingpin or Kraven with Kraven's Last Hunt was an amazing comic. Beautiful. All of them.
Goated comic.
Yes. Just every interaction he has with those villains. Just literally a villain one day wakes up and says he want to be a better Spider-Man, whoops your ass when you had the symbiote suit, becomes a better Spider-Man, then kill himself. Like, come on. This is insane. And we're going on terrifying territory. Carnage, out of all the villains. Fuck that.
Oh my god, that motherfucker's scary, bro.
No, out of all the villains between Spider-Man and Batman, fuck that. Even before the nigga got the suit, he murdered his wife and child for fun. He's like,
It's because he wanted to, man.
Yeah, just because he wanted to. And you get this nigga a symbiote. He literally, the niggas don't notice, but why it's red? It's not because it was the color of the symbiote. That's his blood. And he's okay with it.
Yeah, so he literally fused with his blood.
That's
So in his stream. That's why he can trans. That's why there's never really been another Carnage was.
Yeah.
Because they're like physically connected as well as emotionally.
Yeah, like that shit. If I see Carnage, I'm dead. No, fuck this. You clock me out, sir. I'm done. Joker, he might fuck at you a little bit, but he's gonna die. Carnage, I don't know what that nigga's gonna do. He's gonna rip me in half, turn me to a victim, whatever. Like hell no. Even Venom is more chill than Carnage. It's not saying something. If you're like, okay, Venom, I'm not as worried about as this guy, this red bitch. Like I'm good. And yeah, I'm good off that. And I also like that when Spider-Man ain't playing around, aka when he stops talking, you done fucked up with his villains. Great example, Back in Black. Whooped the shit out of fucking Kingpin. Didn't say a word. Without the suit. He said, alright, you know what I am. Fuck you, bitch. Like, there's a lot of interactions that Spider-Man has with his villains that I just love seeing when they don't fuck it up. And that's why...
When they don't fuck it up.
Yeah, that's why, if you fuck up Joker, well, we got one good Joker, whatever. But if you, fuck up, I don't even know. They could fuck up, who they haven't done yet. Like, if you fuck up, Kraven or something, or Rhino or anything like that, it just makes me sad.
Oh, they're gonna fuck up Kraven.
Yeah, it just makes me sad because there's so much stuff he can go based off of that helps with his character development and what he's going through.
They're gonna ignore all of it.
Yeah, et cetera, et cetera. That makes his villain... They're not good villains because they're stronger than Spider-Man. They're good villains because they test what Spider-Man believes in. Every time. That's what people usually forget. That Spider-Man can literally one-shot damn near all his villains. But he really doesn't. It's not him. He ain't him. And that's why I like Spider-Man like that. So I'm going to give that one for Spider-Man villains. Deke, what about you, sir?
Not gonna lie. At first, I was on my way to say Batman, but you motherfuckers that ass convinced me that it's definitely Spider-Man because of that. So I really can't add on to what any of you guys were saying, But what I will say is that I definitely prefer the way Spider-Man interacts with his villains a lot more than Batman. I feel like it's a much more personal and meaningful thing when not Batman, Spider-Man fucking fights his villains and shit. Um, I don't know. I feel like because he is physically superior than all of them. A lot of that shit, like at the end of the day, sometimes like he'll have regrets and shit. Um, like one of my favorite storylines, if not my favorite, is like Superior Spider-Man. And even though he won, he got his body back. He saved the day. He felt like he lost as a you know because Doc Ock had to die, and that shit is just like peak Spider-Man because he's all about saving the amount of lives as he can because he feels like it's his. Obviously like the responsibility of that whole speech. It's his responsibility because those are the powers. He felt that's what his powers is meant to really be, like something that saves everyone. And I don't know. I really Spider Man's already my like one of my favorite characters like, in fiction. And I don't know. I feel like when it comes to comics, a lot of his stories definitely like hit more than like Batman does. At least for me. Um, Spider Man's the goat. It's my boy.
Yes, sir.
And fuck people who think Batman's beating him in a fight.
Also, a great comic book suggestion to show all that good stuff. Spider-Man origin story. I say it's like a top tier Spider-Man comic. It's amazing, beautiful. But yeah, Spider-Man villains, big dubs. But don't get it twisted. These are top tier villains in like the Rogues Gallery.
They have the best Rose Gallery in any comic book media.
Yeah, like who's scared about like, oh my god, it's Cheetah Girl from Wonder Woman. Oh my god. Like
Oh my
yeah,
god, it's fucking Boomerang, man. Captain
Captain
Boomerang.
Boomerang. Like yeah,
I'm
that's
shitting. I'm shitting my pants.
bro. Like, can you even name a Static Shock villain? I don't think you can.
Nigga, no.
No, fuck.
You
Yeah,
can't.
that motherfucker. I love Static Shock. I don't remember any of his villains.
No one does. Like yeah, they're top two for free, and if you think otherwise, I can't. I can't imagine.
I don't know who else do you put above because they actually have like probably the biggest rogues gallery in general. Like,
Yeah. Oh, like oh my god, dear lord, it's the Mandarin.
oh yeah, Lex Luthor and fucking
Bro,
General
dear Lord,
Zod.
it's that one guy.
Oh my god,
The
he's
one
back
guy.
for the second time in a
Oh,
row,
it's
bro.
it's King the Conqueror. Like,
Bro,
bro, what?
bro, I know more fucking Teen Titan villains than these niggas than the rest of them niggas. And like Slade is like technically not even a Teen Titan villain, but like whatever.
Well,
I'm like,
Slade is Deathstroke is obviously the same person.
oh my god, it's Rockman. He's back.
Yeah, who gives a shit, bro? Who gives a fucking shit?
Yo, if you don't have him in your top two, I just want to know so I could just be like, yeah, I remember that one guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I stay far away from you.
That's like saying Damian Wayne's your favorite Robin. You're weird.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm fine, you Damian Wayne fans. I don't know where you emerged from the pits of hell, but I see them more now. I guess they thought it was safe.
it
That's
ain't
a,
safe. It ain't safe.
I was like, yeah, bro. I always like Damian Wayne. No, you don't.
No, I like Damian Wayne, but he's not
Not
my
my
favorite.
favorite. Not the, if Yabba is your favorite, go look at the corner, dog. I'll be honest,
Go look at other Batman comics, please.
Lying to yourself.
bro. Go look at a Batman comic that's like 10 years old, please. You only like him because he's Batman's son.
Dead ass.
If he was
Oh,
like,
cat.
if he was like Damian Johnson, you wouldn't care about him.
Damian Johnson. If he was fucking bro.
Yes, sir. But this is coming from a Dick Grayson enjoyer, so take that you will.
I mean, but everyone loves Dick Grayson. He's the Robin.
He is Robin, and he's peak Robin and peak Titans. I was, niggas did not know that, which I feel like is insane. Niggas thought I don't even know what Robin they thought it was if it wasn't Dick Grayson.
Oh, what in Teen Titans?
Yeah.
Cause I don't know. I mean, it. A lot of people don't know that he was the original like founder of the Teen Titans. Him and Raven. So that's probably why.
Niggas
I
think,
mean-
wait, niggas thought who was?
They didn't.
No,
know-
no,
they
no,
didn't
no one.
know
They
that
just didn't
Dick
know
Grayson
which Robin it was.
Yeah. They obviously didn't see the show. That's what I'm saying. Because even the show, they showed him see his parents getting murdered by the Flying Graysons. Which I was like, yeah, that's insane. Like, yeah, niggas don't watch the show. Yeah, that's it.
I just lost 2 fucking Shaggies.
You know, I hate to hear that, Jim. Yeah, that's it. You know, we got the Rose Gallery, Goat, Spider-Man. And Multiverse is pretty good, as you heard from Jake, losing from 2 Shaggies.
Yeah.
Yes, nerf Finn, please. Just his backpack.
No.
Literally the rest I could care less about. Just the backpack. And I don't know, both the niggas that suck. Act cool characters. Not like I can't even name like something lame right now, but like a Meteor Cat from one of their Meerkat shows that I've watched. Yeah.
Give me Dee Dee from Dexter's Lab.
No. Anyways, that's it. And we're out.
Wow.
Peace.